Wallabies, much like their close relatives kangaroos, are marsupials native to Australia. They live in various habitats, from forests to grasslands, and their life revolves around several key aspects. Habitat and range. Wallabies inhabit diverse environments across Australia. Some species prefer open grasslands, while others thrive in forested areas or rocky terrain. Their distribution varies based on species and habitat availability. Diet and foraging. Wallabies are herbivores, primarily feeding on grasses, leaves, and shrubs. Their diets adapt to the seasonal changes in vegetation, allowing them to forage on different plant types based on availability. Social structure. Wallabies are generally social animals, living in groups called mobs or colonies. However, their social structures can vary by species. Some are more solitary, while others form larger groups with complex social hierarchies. Reproduction. Like other marsupials, wallabies give birth to relatively undeveloped young, which then continue their development inside a pouch. After birth, the joey spends several months in the pouch before gradually venturing out but continues to return to the pouch for safety and nourishment. Behavioral adaptations. Wallabies have evolved various adaptations for survival. Their powerful hind legs enable them to cover vast distances by hopping, which is an efficient way to move across their habitats. Their keen senses help detect predators, and they are agile and swift, allowing them to escape danger. Threats and conservation. While some species of wallabies are abundant and widespread, others face threats due to habitat loss, introduced predators, and human activities. Conservation efforts aim to protect their habitats, control predators, and ensure their survival in the wild. Overall, wallabies lead dynamic lives within Australia's diverse landscapes, adapting to their environments and exhibiting fascinating behaviours that contribute to the rich tapestry of Australian wildlife. Species diversity. Wallabies belong to the family Macropodidae, which includes several species varying in size and habitat preferences. They range from the smaller species like the agile wallaby to larger ones such as the red-necked wallaby and the swamp wallaby. Nocturnal and crepuscular behavior. While some wallaby species are active during the day, others are more active during dawn and dusk, which is known as crepuscular behavior. Some even exhibit nocturnal tendencies, foraging and moving around primarily at night to avoid daytime heat or predators. Migratory behavior. Some wallaby species are known for their seasonal movements or migrations in search of food and water. These movements might cover significant distances, enabling them to utilize different habitats as resources change. Parental care. Wallabies, like other marsupials, have a unique reproductive system. After giving birth, the tiny, underdeveloped offspring climbs into the mother's pouch to continue growing and developing. The mother provides milk and protection until the joey is mature enough to leave the pouch and gradually explore the outside world. Adaptations to arid environments. Certain species, like the red kangaroo and the Euro, have adapted to arid and semi-arid environments. They are capable of conserving water and adjusting their metabolic rates to survive in harsh conditions where water and food might be scarce. Interaction with humans. In some areas, wallabies coexist with human populations, sometimes venturing into farmland or urban areas in search of food. This interaction can lead to conflicts over grazing land and crop damage, requiring management strategies to balance human needs and wildlife conservation. Understanding the diverse behaviors, adaptations, and ecological roles of wallabies contributes to efforts aimed at their conservation and the preservation of Australia's unique ecosystems. Grooming and social interactions. Wallabies engage in grooming behaviors within their groups. This grooming not only helps in maintaining hygiene but also reinforces social bonds within the mob. It's a way for individuals to bond and show social affiliation. Vocalizations and communication. Wallabies communicate through various vocalizations, including grunts, hisses, and clicking sounds. These vocal cues help them establish territories, warn others of danger, and maintain social cohesion within their groups. Role in ecosystems: wallabies play a significant role in shaping their ecosystems. As herbivores, they contribute to vegetation control through grazing, which can influence plant growth and diversity in their habitats. Additionally, their presence and movements can impact seed dispersal and soil structure. Behavioral adaptations to predation: wallabies have evolved several strategies to evade predators. Their speed, agility, and ability to leap long distances help them escape from threats. They are also adept at remaining still and blending into their surroundings to avoid detection. Research and conservation: scientific research on wallabies encompasses studies on their behavior, ecology, genetics, and physiology. Conservation efforts focus on protecting their habitats, managing populations, and mitigating human-wildlife conflicts to ensure their long-term survival. Cultural significance: wallabies hold cultural significance in Indigenous Australian traditions and stories. They are symbolic in various Aboriginal cultures, representing aspects of resilience, adaptability, and kinship with the natural world. Each species of wallaby contributes uniquely to the ecosystems they inhabit, showcasing behaviors and adaptations that have evolved over time. Understanding these aspects helps in appreciating their ecological importance and aids in conservation efforts to protect these fascinating marsupials. Dietary variability: wallabies are primarily herbivorous, feeding on grasses, herbs, leaves, and shrubs. However, their diets can vary based on species and habitat. Some wallabies have specialized diets, consuming specific types of vegetation or utilizing different feeding strategies depending on food availability. Hopping locomotion: wallabies are renowned for their distinctive hopping locomotion. Their powerful hind legs and specialized tendons enable them to cover vast distances with remarkable efficiency. They can reach impressive speeds while hopping and use their tails for balance. Environmental adaptations: wallabies exhibit adaptations to their respective environments. For instance, the red-necked wallaby has a broad diet and can adapt to various habitats, including open forests and woodlands. In contrast, the agile wallaby is well adapted to arid and tropical regions. Breeding patterns: wallabies have varying reproductive strategies. While some species breed throughout the year, others have specific breeding seasons. Females typically have a well-developed reproductive system, including a pouch to protect and nourish their young. Social dynamics: wallabies display different social structures based on the species. Some live in large groups, while others are more solitary. Their social interactions involve hierarchies and communication through body language and vocalizations. Conservation challenges: wallabies face threats such as habitat loss due to land development, agricultural expansion, and urbanization. Additionally, encounters with vehicles on roads can result in fatalities, particularly in areas where their habitats intersect with human infrastructure. Understanding these nuances about wallabies contributes to our appreciation of their ecological roles and challenges they face in their natural environments. Conservation efforts aimed at preserving their habitats and mitigating human-wildlife conflicts are crucial for their long-term survival. Thermoregulation: wallabies have adaptations to regulate body temperature. They can conserve energy and water by licking their forearms, which facilitates evaporative cooling. Additionally, they seek shade during hot periods and warm themselves by basking in the sun when it's cooler. Mobility and territoriality: wallabies establish territories that they defend against intruders. They use scent markings and engage in physical confrontations to protect their space. Their mobility and territorial behavior are crucial for maintaining access to resources like food, water, and shelter. Impact of fire. Fires can significantly impact wallabies' habitats. While some wallabies can escape fires by fleeing to safer areas due to their agility and speed, extensive wildfires can lead to habitat destruction, affecting their food sources and shelter. Interaction with other species. Wallabies share their habitats with various other animals, including other marsupials, birds, reptiles, and insects. Understanding these ecological interactions helps in comprehending the complexity of ecosystems and the interconnectedness of species within them. Diversity in vocalizations. Different wallaby species have distinct vocalizations used for communication within their groups or to signal danger. Studying these vocal cues provides insights into their social structures, warning systems, and coordination among group members. Human interaction and conservation. As human populations expand, wallabies face increased interaction with humans. Conservation efforts involve not only protecting their habitats but also managing human-wildlife conflicts, creating wildlife corridors, and educating communities about coexisting with these marsupials. Wallabies continue to captivate researchers and conservationists due to their diverse behaviors, adaptations, and ecological roles within their habitats. Understanding their complex lives aids in formulating effective conservation strategies to ensure their survival amidst environmental challenges. Niche specialization. Various wallaby species have adapted to occupy specific ecological niches. For instance, rock wallabies are adept climbers, utilizing rocky outcrops and cliffs for shelter and safety, while the agile wallaby thrives in more open grasslands and woodlands. Coping with seasonal changes. Wallabies encounter seasonal fluctuations in food availability and weather conditions. They adapt by altering their feeding habits, migrating to different areas, or adjusting their activity patterns to cope with these changes. Intraspecific variations. Within a single species of wallaby, individuals might display distinct behaviors or physical variations based on their geographic location or habitat. These variations can be influenced by factors such as food availability, climate, and local environmental conditions. Predator-prey dynamics. Wallabies serve as both predators and prey in their ecosystems. They face threats from native predators like dingoes and introduced species such as foxes and feral cats. Understanding these predator-prey relationships is vital for maintaining ecological balances. Adaptability to urbanization. Some wallaby species have shown adaptability to urban environments. They might venture into suburban areas or parks in search of food, demonstrating their ability to adapt to changing landscapes. Role in seed dispersal. Wallabies contribute to seed dispersal by consuming fruits and then dispersing seeds through their feces. This role in seed dispersal is essential for maintaining plant diversity and ecosystem health. Studying these nuances provides a comprehensive understanding of wallabies' lives, their ecological significance, and their responses to environmental changes. This knowledge is crucial for effective conservation and management strategies to safeguard these fascinating marsupials and their habitats. Mating strategies. Wallabies exhibit various mating strategies depending on the species. Some have promiscuous mating systems where multiple males mate with multiple females, while others practice monogamy or polygyny. Longevity and life expectancy. The lifespan of wallabies varies among species. Smaller species tend to have shorter lifespans, averaging around 7 to 10 years in the wild, while larger species may live longer, up to 15 to 20 years or more. Diurnal vs. nocturnal behavior. While most wallabies are diurnal, active during the day, some species, especially those in more arid or hot regions, exhibit nocturnal behavior to avoid extreme daytime temperatures. Impact of climate change. Climate change poses challenges to wallabies, affecting their habitats, food availability, and water sources. Some species may face range shifts or alterations in behaviors to cope with changing environmental conditions. Medical research and physiology. Wallabies have been studied for their unique physiology, including reproductive processes, digestive systems, and immune responses. Insights from such research contribute to medical and veterinary sciences. Threats and conservation challenges. Habitat loss due to land clearing, competition with livestock for resources, hunting, predation by introduced species, and road accidents pose significant threats to wallabies, necessitating conservation actions. The diversity within the wallaby family showcases the complexity of adaptations, behaviors, and ecological roles among these marsupials. Understanding these intricacies aids in developing comprehensive conservation strategies to protect these remarkable creatures and their habitats. Reproductive adaptations. Wallabies exhibit reproductive adaptations that vary across species. Some have delayed implantation, where the embryo remains dormant for a period before implanting in the uterus and continuing development. Others have shorter gestation periods and rapid maturation of young. Sociospatial behavior. Wallabies showcase different social structures and spatial behaviors. Some species form stable social groups, while others have more flexible associations, and solitary individuals may interact transiently. Vulnerability to diseases. Wallabies, like many wildlife species, can be susceptible to diseases. Understanding their susceptibility and immune responses to various pathogens is crucial for wildlife health management and disease prevention. Migration and seasonal movements. Certain wallaby species exhibit seasonal movements or migrations in response to changes in food availability or environmental conditions. These movements may involve long distances to find suitable resources. Coping with drought. Wallabies in arid regions have evolved strategies to cope with drought conditions. They might reduce activity levels, seek out water sources, or adjust their diets to survive during periods of limited rainfall. Reintroduction programs. In some areas, conservation efforts include reintroducing wallabies to their former habitats where populations have declined due to various threats. Monitoring these reintroduction programs helps assess their success and contributes to conservation strategies. The intricate behaviors, adaptations, and interactions of wallabies within their ecosystems highlight the need for comprehensive research and conservation measures to protect these diverse marsupials and ensure their resilience in the face of various environmental challenges. Social dynamics within mobs. Wallabies often form groups called mobs, and these social structures can vary. Some mobs consist of related individuals, while others might be more loosely associated groups that come together opportunistically for safety or resources. Habitat fragmentation and connectivity. Human activities such as urbanization, agriculture, and infrastructure development can fragment wallaby habitats. Efforts to maintain or restore connectivity between fragmented areas are crucial for gene flow and the movement of wallabies between habitats. Recovery from predation and disturbances. Wallabies have mechanisms for recovering from predation or disturbances. They might modify their behaviors, change their feeding patterns, or move to less disturbed areas to minimize the impact of threats. Educational and conservation programs. Public engagement through educational programs, wildlife centers, and conservation initiatives plays a crucial role in raising awareness about the importance of wallabies and their ecosystems. These programs often involve local communities in conservation efforts. Genetic diversity and population health. Studying the genetic diversity within wallaby populations provides insights into their health and adaptability. Maintaining genetic diversity is essential for the resilience and long-term survival of species facing environmental changes. Coexistence and human-wildlife conflict management. In areas where wallabies and humans intersect, managing conflicts arising from crop damage, grazing competition, or road accidents is vital. Implementing strategies to mitigate these conflicts while ensuring the conservation of wallabies is a challenge for wildlife management. Each aspect of wallaby life offers a window into their behavior, adaptations, and challenges they face in their natural habitats. Comprehend